Hundreds of people gathered. Their hope was high. This wasn't just another political event. This was supposed to be life-changing. Sewing machines, deep freezers, grinding machines, laptops, real empowerment. But what happened next? The event was organized by the City Boys movement, led by Sheikh Tinubu, son of Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And what was the goal? The goal was to empower everyday Nigerians with tools they could use to build income and sustain their livelihood. At least that was the plan. People waited patiently. Expectations were very high. This wasn't just about free items, this was about opportunity. But just as distribution was about to begin, everything went sideways. The crowd broke through the barriers. Security operatives were overwhelmed. What was meant to be an organized distribution turned into a free for all scramble. No structure, no control, just survival of the fittest. Pure chaos. But before everything went spiral, something very significant happened. Cubana chief priest, speaking as the Imo State director of the movement, took the mic, and he didn't hold back. He said, "Indibo, we are people defeated in war. We are just seeking a fair share." That statement alone was heavy, emotional, and political. He talked about a shift in strategy. No more confrontation, no more fighting. Instead, partnership with the federal government, working together, getting results through cooperation. And then came the real shocker. He admitted he didn't support Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the last election. But in his words, he said, "Politics is a game you play to win." Now, this event didn't happen in isolation. Recently, the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu rolled out a nationwide palliative program. It's what that looked like. Distribution of rice across all 36 states and the FCT. This is targeted at support during Ramadan and Lent, which is aimed at easing economic pressure on citizens. It will be delivered through grassroots networks to reach local government communities. And what is the idea? The idea is to provide immediate relief during a tough economic period. So what's actually in these packages? Each package includes 10 kg of rice, milo, milk, salt, groundnut oil, pasta, and other food items, described as a full package. And on the ground in Lagos, residents in Ikeja were receiving theirs. One widow told reporters that the food will sustain her through Ramadan and that she planned to extend some to neighbors who couldn't make it to the distribution point. But not everyone is cheering. Senior lawyer and university founder Chief Afe Babalola came out swinging. He argued that distributing rice and beans is turning Nigerians into beggars, and that the government's real job is to create an enabling environment for people to work and feed themselves, not hand out food. Then there's the misinformation angle. Viral messages began circulating online claiming Sheikh Tinubu was distributing hoarded COVID-19 palliatives as Ramadan gifts, sparking outrage across social media. But fact checkers stepped in, and the verdict is false. The pictures were originally from 2020, part of a legitimate food outreach by his Noila Foundation during the pandemic. And here is really what you need to ask yourself. With the 2027 elections already on people's minds, INEC has fixed February 20th, 2027 for presidential and national assembly elections. Is this rise arriving at a very convenient time? Is this genuine compassion from a government that hears the hunger of its people? Or is this a bag of rice with a political price tag attached to it? If you've been paying attention, and I mean really pay attention, a pattern is already emerging, and it's impossible to ignore that pattern. The Tinubu administration is making a very deliberate, very calculated push into the southeast, and the moves are coming so fast. Think about everything we've seen just recently. The City Boys movement rose into Owerri with Tinubu, showing up in the heart of Igbo land, distributing sewing machines, deep freezers, laptops, empowerment items, tangible things people can touch and use. Then you have the rice palliatives packages being shared across the country. but with Southeast states very much included in the picture. And who is on the ground coordinating? Cubana chief priest, one of the most recognizable Igbo faces in Nigerian pop culture, now openly declaring partnership with the Tinubu government. This is not accidental, this is a strategy. The Southeast is the one region that has historically kept its distance from Abuja ruling circle. In 2023, Tinubu got some of his lowest numbers across the Southeast geopolitical zones. Peter Obi, an Igbo man, ran on the Labour Party ticket and swept the region almost completely. So for Tinubu to win 2027 comfortably or even to govern with broader national legitimacy, he needs the Southeast to soften. He needs Igbo goodwill. And that is exactly what these moves are designed to build. Now, to be fair, not everyone sees this as a bad thing. Some argue that any government attention and investment in the Southeast is welcome. If roads get built, if businesses get empowerment items, if young people get laptops, does the political motivation behind it really matter? Results are results. But others, and this is the louder voice on the streets and on social media, they say this is surface level politics. Rice and sewing machines don't address the deeper issues, the agitations, the insecurity, the infrastructural neglect, the question of Igbo presidency, the marginalization that predates this administration. A grinding machine won't silence those conversations. And let's call it what it is. With the 2027 elections firmly on the horizon, every distribution, every rally, every visit by Sheyi Tinubu to the Southeast has to be read through a political lens. The question isn't whether the Tinubu government is cutting the Southeast. The question is, will it work? And more importantly, what will the Southeast demand in return? Because if history has taught us anything about Nigerian politics, goodwill without concrete concession is just noise. So I'm asking you, if you are from the Southeast or you've been watching this unfold, is this the beginning of genuine inclusion or is it political theater at its finest? Comment below, share this video because this conversation is just getting started. And as always, stay sharp, stay informed. See you in the next one. This is Impact Media. Thank you for listening.